Yes, I know. Hey, everybody. Evening. Evening. Thanks for December Cash or Coffee, Chad. So much to talk about, Chad. Seriously, when I say
Yeah.
so much to talk about. So much good stuff to talk about. Guys, hey, we're just waiting for Jessie to grab her coffee. I've pretty much finished my coffee. I finished my coffee before the show even gets on the air. I do have water.
Can you hear my heater?
Yes,
Should I turn it off?
yes.
Oh,
Couldn't hear it last week. No. Turn the heat on.
I did. I don't want to turn it up anymore. You guys will all be mad at me.
What's it on now?
I don't want to tell you.
I could look on my phone.
Oh yeah.
Like
I forget we have all this technology. But can you check your tire pressure with your phone?
I could. I choose not to. I don't want to pay for it.
Oh.
Yeah, I could do that with my last two vehicles, and my wife's vehicle.
See,
But I ain't paying for it.
Right, I ain't paying for it.
It's like I got a year free, and it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right. That's what I have.
I ain't paying for it. It doesn't for you. I see it. She pays for that, and it auto gives her an auto start.
Mhm.
Right, I can start my car from the app.
Mine doesn't do
yeah,
that.
I used to be able to start mine from the app for the until
Jesse, Jeep's at the tree. Jeeps is at the tree.
Jeeps.
Keep messing around with the tree.
What
Jeeps.
are you doing? Hi. Why don't you go lay down?
Messing around with the tree.
She's a silly dog.
Jeeps.
Wait,
She's
she's
messing around
back
with
at
the
the
tree.
tree. Hold on.
I need to update my joyous Noel stuff. I shipped my stuff out today.
Oh shoot, I got mine. Shoot, I forgot to update mine. Oh god.
I got mine. I got mine Monday. I'm not worried too much about updating on received,
I got received.
but I need to get that send it out. It was like when I
I left myself a note. There we go. I got a note.
I got the chance to call a lady a Karen to her face at the post office.
You called her a Karen?
It's a nice parking Karen. She parked and took up 2 spaces. The post office is practically full, and she takes up 2 spaces. I don't think so.
Why did she take up 2 spaces?
She didn't want to get her $80,000 Lexus SUV scratched. I'm assuming,
Scott, did you call in?
It was egregious parking.
Oh my god, I did not call in. Now we're going to be late.
Now we're late.
She gave me a dirty look.
I'm calling in right now. Don't worry.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show or meeting number and press pound.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
Phone working.
Audio recording is on.
Not a cash or coffee show. All right, guys, here we go. Everybody ready?
Sure.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. Go, geocache. And if you need help, we're We're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash. On the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome everyone. It's Wednesday at 8:30. Which means it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have our co-host Shorty that's in the next room.
Hello.
And please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Chad. 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's that time again, so sit back, relax, and grab your coffee.
That's right, guys. Tonight's episode 746, recorded live on December 7th, 2022, is December Cacher Coffee. Phone lines are open. Just give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC.
Scott, are you facing a corner right now?
I am facing a corner.
It is echoing back from that corner to that to the corner behind you and back into the mic. I get a delay when you're talking louder. I'm getting an echo in there.
Really?
Yeah.
We might have to rethink rethinking that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is Jesse? Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse,
I wonder if because we're closer, we're getting it.
Should be.
turn your mic off.
I talk loudly.
Hello, 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 hello.
Talk like you were at the beginning.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hey, everybody. How you doing? How you doing?
Okay, it must be Jesse picking it up then.
So Jesse's picking it up. All right.
We are a little bit closer.
We are
have less wall between us.
Apparently, all matters.
Yeah, we rearranged Scott's room.
I think we're rearranging it back.
I think so too.
Well, see, now it's sounding fine, but it was like when you start out, you tend to start out louder, and that's when I was getting it.
Hello, 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 hello.
I don't know. I'm not hearing it now.
That's weird. Well, hello, 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 hello. No. All right, I'm going to redo that intro though. Here we go. In 3. Do you hear it now?
I don't hear it right now.
Okay. 3. Just why don't you mute yourself until you have to talk. Until you have to talk though. Until 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash. On the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome everyone. It's Wednesday at 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have our co-host Shorty that's in the next room.
Hi there.
And please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Chaz. 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's that time again, so sit back, relax, and grab your coffee.
That's right, guys. Tonight's episode 746, recorded live on December 7th, 2022. This is December Cacher Coffee. Phone lines are open. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. Chad, how's that sound?
That sounded great.
Everybody's telling me I'm faint.
You always come in a little quiet it's like you adjust the volumes. I can hear you adjusting the volumes in there, but
Am I okay now?
you're fine now. Yeah, you always come in a little faint at the beginning there.
I think it has to do with the voiceover on the music.
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Once that drum line hits, it gets a little loud. Guys, welcome to the show. We really appreciate you guys being here. Before we get started, we got to talk about Patreon, Chad.
Yep.
Patreon, guys.
Pay those bills.
Patreon costs a lot of money to make the show work. We'd appreciate all the help. There's 2 ways you can help us out. First, you go to PayPal. It's paypal.me/the Geocaching Podcast and make that one-time donation. Or Chad, you join Patreon. Patreon, you get the extra audio, extra video only available to our Patreon members. You get path tags and stickers and coins and pins and patron-only show. Chad, we got a patron-only show coming up.
Yes, we do.
We'll talk about it later tonight. But we got a Patreon show coming up. So guys, you want to go to that free patron show and get free stuff. You still have time to do that. All you have to do is go to patreon.com. Much like J. London 1963 out of Mongolia, Texas. Platinum member, Chad.
Platinum.
Ooh.
Hey now.
Gotta love the platinums, dude.
I
We got
cashed a Magnolia.
M-Nerve up in his pledge. We have got Chamali, Chad, out of South Africa.
South Africa. Wow.
Africa.
We got another continent.
Join in the inner circle saying, hey, yes, we want some. Yes, thank you. So, yes, you want to join Patreon. You got to help all these people you can. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Bee Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 47,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by Geocaching Adventures, LLC. Geocaching Adventures is a full-service travel agency specializing in creating the ultimate worldwide geocaching adventure for cachers and non-cachers alike. What could be better than having your geocaching bucket list vacation all planned and led by a traveling expert? Learn more by visiting us at geocachingadventuresllc.com. That's geocachingadventuresllc.com.
And finally, by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Where I Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting us at geogo.com. That's GEOH-geo.com.
And as always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
Chad. Yes. We do have an email though, Chad. Before we
I
get
got
started.
mail. Yay!
We do.
I got mail. Yay!
Yeah, we got an email from L&N Railroad, Chad, from a couple weeks ago, but I saved it for this show because we've had such busy shows the past couple of weeks. He says he's talking about Adventure Labs. Remember the Adventure Lab show we did a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
So he's bringing that up, and he says the thing I dislike about Adventure Labs is in areas where cache locations are getting rare or where new caches are needed, an Adventure Lab bonus cache kills a spot that could be used for a cache that could be found without having to fool with an Adventure Lab app.
Oh, okay.
Thoughts on that?
I like the bonuses. So,
You get upset when there's not a bonus, Chad? Is that
No, I don't. I don't get upset when there's not a bonus. Especially, I can't complain because mine, it doesn't have a bonus. But I was, I think, the second one in the Greater Sacramento area, and the bonus cash wasn't really out there when I put mine out. So
the only thing I like about the bonus cache, it lets me know that there's an adventure lab nearby.
that does help that out. Yes.
It's like, oh,
And I have found some pretty cute and interesting and nice locations for bonus caches.
I think that's what he's saying. You're taking a spot.
But if it's a nice, okay, yeah, it's like tough. Do the lab. Sorry.
I've never thought about it that way. Like some people just don't do adventures, and so those will be caches that they'll never find. It's like people who don't do
lab
challenges or puzzles
puzzle
or
caches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's the same thing with a challenge cache too, isn't it? Or with a puzzle,
Right. Some people just don't do puzzles. Some people don't do challenges.
Yeah.
If it's got the question mark, they just ignore it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Really, does anyone ignore question marks?
I
think people do.
I know some people that do. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I'd love to talk to somebody who doesn't do puzzles.
It's like, nope,
I don't solve
do
them, but I do them. So.
Well, you claim to do one on your latest video, or have done one. I'm not sure if it's true.
I solved it myself. I did. She never saw.
I did get the references. Like, where's the wall?
She never saw the movie. Yes. Yes. Wait. Tiva says, couldn't you place a bonus wall well after an adventure lab has created? Yes, I guess you could.
You could go back in and
you have
edit
to
it.
go back and edit it, but they discourage you from going back in and editing it. So
Once you found it, though, once you found the adventure and completed all of the stages, if the owner goes back and changes something in the, what is it called? Not the diary, in the notes, that you see after, then you would get the updated version, right?
I'm not.
So you wouldn't have to go through and
sure.
solve it again.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I've never tried it. I don't know. Good question. Anybody ever do that? Anybody add one after?
And I'm not sure that people that finish mine would really want to go out and do the bonus after they have traveled all around the Sacramento area. So it's like, where do I put it? Because mine it takes a good amount of time invested in order to complete it all.
Yeah, that's my John Hughes one that I did, my John Hughes movie tour. I thought about doing one, but again, I was like, where would I put it? I mean, these things are all over the place,
Right.
Unless I put it in, and there's it's not in any kind of order. It's not at the last one. The last one could be any of them.
Exactly.
I don't want to
right
make
in the
them,
middle.
Don't want to make them do it in order, So it's one of those things where it's like, what are you gonna do? I guess. But that's being said, though, for Jesse's Buffaloes on tour, one that I did.
Thank you.
I did put on one of the caches, on one of the Adventure Lab stages, I did put a bonus cache across the street in a tree. And so what I did is, on that bonus cache, I say like, hey, across the street is the bonus, go get it now. I think pretty sure.
Yeah, you put it close to one of your stages of the adventure, and then put the coordinates in that stage. Right?
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. It was in that stage. Yes.
Right. So you don't collect a piece from
no. It was just like,
stages
hey,
to
it's
get
right
to
here. Go get
the
it.
bonus, which is what some people do.
Yes, some people do that. We've done those as well. Yes.
I might do that. There is one stage that is a significant drive more than the other stages, and there's plenty of spots around there to put a cache, and it is the least hit of all the stages. So
But one of the
Makes-
things, like some might have been hit a lot, and like adding one after the fact, like now a year later,
Mhm.
is like, what about all those people who got it? Some of them are out of town. It's
Yeah.
Right. For the record, I will never add a bonus to the O'Hare Airport adventure.
or the Midway. Neither will I. Never had a bonus to that. No. Although Jim Stark says that's kind of nice. He says, I will save bonus for a day I need a mystery find. How about that?
Mm-hmm. So you have the coordinates and you just sit on it.
Yep. He sits
Yep.
on it like Chad does with challenge caches.
Well, yeah.
Into the Chad school of
I think mine's a little bit. I don't want to say more deceptive, but yeah.
jazz school of what is streaking? Is what he went to.
Exactly. Although I've never used it to actually streak, so.
So I'm going to start tonight. So geocaching day is all set up, by the way. We set up geocaching day. I set up the event for geocaching day. It's near Homer Glen, Illinois. So
Okay.
it's happening. I think it's the 13th year. Is it? I started in 2009. So what is that? 9? Is that 14, 13 years? What is that? 13.
It'll be the 14th year
14.
because you get that first year for free.
Yes. So crazy. I think I said it's the 13th. I think I said 13th annual. I don't know.
Well, but there wasn't an event probably in 2020.
There was not an event. No, there was. Oh, yes.
So it's the 13th.
There was an event the 20th, 2020. I think there was.
There was?
Yes, there was.
Then you're wrong.
I'm wrong?
Right? No, it would be the 13th.
It would be the 14th.
No, it'd be the 14th. I don't know.
I know why, because the event, we didn't have an event.
You didn't have an event the first year?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is the 13th.
Yes. There you go.
Scott, is there something going on with the phone lines tonight?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Did you call in? I didn't. I
Yeah,
don't recall.
He did call in.
Hello.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, Jesse.
Oh, look at
Hi.
this. It's Scorpio.
Howdy.
Phone
How you
lines seem to
doing?
be working just fine.
Okay.
I got a question for you before we get into the other stuff. Is it possible for a bonus for an adventure lab that you could just have, like, make it a regular puzzle as well? That they could make it more difficult, but it would be easier to get the bonus if they did the adventure lab. But Yep.
Oh, and then put a puzzle in it.
Yeah,
Just
you could.
An alternative way to solve it.
There is nothing against the rules for doing that. So yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
And that might help that person who doesn't like adventure labs, but wants to get, all the regular caches in an area.
Sure.
If you could help them out like that. It never occurred to me until right now when you said that there was no way to do it. And I think that there might be.
Sure. Put a puzzle on the cache page of some sort. So you
Right.
have two different ways to get coordinates to it.
Well, no,
Make it extremely difficult.
Yeah, if you
Right.
make a really hard puzzle on the cache page, and then you make it like if you go to the adventure lab and you add, at each stop you get a couple of numbers. It's the same thing,
Right.
roughly.
Right. Then
Sure.
you've made it easier.
You put a high DT, and you tell them the DT is because you got two options of how to get it. That's all. Yeah, I don't hate that idea. I like it. It's a good one. Oh, Gary.
Yeah, I
B's-
don't know that any.
GB has already seen
I
that.
don't know that.
Dude. He's been there and back, dude.
Oh,
Already seen
where
it.
at?
I don't know. He's in California. I'm assuming California. He's already seen it, dude.
I like it.
He travels all over the place. He could have
does he?
seen it anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So
Yeah.
the question would be, Chad said that they don't like them to go back and edit. You would have to edit, right? Or would you wouldn't be editing the adventure lab, you'd be editing the bonus, right?
No, you'd be editing the adventure lab.
You'd still have to
edit
edit what you're editing is the responses
Right.
that you get back from the adventure lab.
Right.
if you're adding a bonus to an existing adventure that doesn't already have one.
Right.
Yes, but I'm saying if you decided to go back and make your bonus a puzzle as well for people who didn't do Adventure Lab, you wouldn't have to edit your Adventure Lab.
Right.
You would just have to go into
your cache
page of your own of the regular bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too difficult to do, actually.
Jim Stark says, alternatively, as you do the Adventure Lab, you could get good hints at solving the very difficult puzzle. That's another way too. It's not bad as well.
That's a good idea too.
That's if you don't want to give it away. Yeah, put the hints in an Adventure Lab.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So you make the Adventure Lab like a sister to the cache.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I do like that. Yeah. Yeah. All right, what you got for me, man?
Okay. So where are you at?
Oh, my final total? I'm assuming my final total.
Well, we have 3 weeks left of the year.
I know, but we were talking this morning while I was in the shower, and we don't think we can get out.
We have stuff every weekend between now and the end of the year.
Happen.
I don't think we're gonna go get any more counties this year, unfortunately.
So my count for counties, my total is I started the year with 294. That's where I was in January. I'm ending the year in 418, which puts me at 124 counties found in 2022. Jesse?
I started the year at 341. I gotta get out my calculator here. And I'm up to 472 for a total of 131 counties for the year.
Ooh, how many more counties are there? Chad?
I believe I started the year at 185.
193.
193. Okay.
Don't make it better than
so
I have all our numbers written down.
So she's docking me here.
Sorry, 185. Yep, 185.
So 193. We'll be honest here, and I'm at a 222 now. So that's a whopping 29.
29 very large counties.
Very large counties, yes.
You get points for that.
What about you, Scorpio? Where'd you end up?
I started with Jesse. Didn't I start with 411?
That's what I have.
And before today, I had 109, or I had 603. But I drove down to Missouri and got one more county, and it hasn't even shown up on Project GC yet. But that would mean I have 109. 603 is what I've got right now from 411.
So
plus
190.
604.
So 193. Wow.
Right.
So how many have you gotten?
193.
193.
That's impressive.
So he wins.
I mean, there's still 3 weeks left, Mark, though. Why don't you just go get those 7 more and make it even 200 for the year? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, I do have something to tell you, though. I only have a couple days left that I'm actually going to work until the end of the year when I'm going to retire.
You're retiring at the end of this year?
Yeah, I'm going to retire on December 30th.
Oh, congratulations. Well done.
So 20 years of doing this, and I'm down to just a couple days left that I'm going to have to actually work.
Wow.
How exciting.
Using up all your time and stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think it's all coming to an end here.
Okay.
I'll be one of those retired geocache.
So you obviously won the contest by a good 40 counties, I think. You won it. So well done, sir. You legitimately won it. So you won it both ways.
Yeah.
Either way you cut it, the way I thought we were doing it, the way you thought we were doing it, you won them both. So well done, sir. You have.
Thank you.
Congratulations on retiring.
So now do I get
what?
Now do I get my own sound effect?
I don't know. We'll see.
What does a Scorpio red sound like?
I know. What does a Scorpio sound like? or something.
Right? I don't know. All right. Be well, buddy.
I don't know.
You be well.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Happy holidays, you guys.
Happy holidays. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Bye. Yeah, Jess, we lost.
We lost big time.
Yeah.
I
Darn
got
baseball.
crushed. So
I can't believe that we did that the whole year long. We did that the whole year.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I think we started in January, didn't we? We literally started that in January.
I'm pretty sure.
Casher Coffee. Okay, so talk to me, Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up.
Yeah.
So I have a funny story.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What's that?
Well, I can't ask you, Scott, because you were there. So I'll ask Chad. Chad, have you ever DNF'd an event?
one time.
Well, we get to join that club with you.
Cheers.
Cheers, right?
Mhm.
So over the weekend, there were a couple of events here in town. And on Saturday, we were busy doing stuff. And so we talked about going to the event. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the mall, at literally the busiest mall in America, of all places. And we talked about it. We were busy, decided, nah, we have other things to do. Maybe we'll go tomorrow. So the event on Sunday, also at the mall, hosted by the same cashier, was a holiday gift exchange. So we decided that morning we were going to go. We found some really great gifts for the holiday gift exchange, geocaching related, and headed out right on time. We'd get there at 3 o'clock. Called up Cody Dog on the way and said, "Hey, we're coming to pick you up. Come on, we're going to the mall, going to an event." He only put up a little bit of a fight. And we get to the mall. We're so proud of ourselves, walking into the food court with our wrapped holiday gifts, looking around. There is no one here. I mean, there were lots of people there, but there were no cashiers there. And so we went back and looked. Sure enough, it says they're supposed to be back in this corner. We were looking around. We were an hour late.
Yep.
It was over. We missed it.
Over.
It was over.
That very similar to my DNF story, except for I was a day late. Came on the wrong friggin' day.
Saturday's event was at 3 o'clock.
Right.
Sunday's event was at 2 o'clock.
Right.
You shouldn't do that.
Same place. Same place.
Sundays is an hour earlier. You can't do that. You got to have it either the same time or like later. You can't do earlier on Sunday.
Right.
Come on, man. We tried though. We tried. So I guess
yeah. So try going into a restaurant and looking for other cashiers and stuff, like, where the heck is everyone? And I it's like I sat around. Well, I usually go to events like 15 minutes early. Yeah, it's kind of like the standard. And I'm looking around, trying to find other geocachers, and it's like there's nobody. And the people at the restaurant's like, "Yeah, I'm waiting on someone." Yeah, and they're like looking at me like I'm strange. And eventually, it's like after about 5 minutes after the time that I thought it was supposed to be, I pull it up and I realize I'm a day late. Embarrassing. So I posted a DNF in my story.
Yeah, well, you can't post a DNF log on an event.
I
you
think
did
I
a right
had
note.
to do right note. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
did not.
was a few years ago, but it was like, oops.
We wanted to DNF.
Like I showed up a day late.
I'm not afraid to DNF anything. I'll DNF an event if hey man.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though. We were so excited walking in with our gift bags.
Yeah, I had a gift
all
bag.
excited. What are we gonna get?
I was waiting on a present. I had to take Jesse's present.
Yeah. So hey, guess what then?
What's that?
Those gifts straight to the prize vault.
Straight to the straight to the patrons. That's where they go. Straight to the patrons. We got California. Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you doing? And let me just say, the go to voicemail was my fault. Dialing the wrong number.
Shocking.
So-
You dialed the
so
wrong.
nothing wrong on your side.
How do you dial the wrong
Yeah.
number? Come on, man.
That's funny.
What's up?
So, adding a bonus after or adjusting journals, really pretty easy. And all this stuff is held up in the cloud. So as soon as you make the edit on your Adventure Lab, whoever reads it is reading what's in the cloud. So that's how you would add one.
Okay.
I'm not saying people should, but if people have to, adding a bonus afterwards, it can be done, and it can be done easily.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
But you were asking for people who ignore mystery caches, puzzle caches.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For years, my saying around here was there can never be too few puzzle caches in any area. I pretty much ignore everything because I'm very bad at it because I don't do them. I'm sure like Shorty that she has a buildup of knowledge from doing adventure or from doing bonus, doing mystery caches, doing puzzles. You just find things out. I actually have set some. I do try and make them easy. There's nothing secretive in there. I'm trying in the description to say, hey, this is, one is a golf thing, and here's how you keep score in golf, and this is what a bogey is, this is what it is, and and if you read the description, you should be able to solve the puzzle. So, yeah, but I don't know. And then I guess I will have to say over time, I do occasionally poke at them, and the other day I'm getting ready to do 101 on 101, which is where we go out and get 101 geocaches on January 1st. And there were a couple puzzles in there that I poked at, and I think I actually solved 4 of them.
So you have.
For the year.
So you do puzzle caches.
So I think we've kind of gone opposite directions. Like I used to sit down and just randomly find puzzle caches to solve just for fun, and now I only solve them if I know we're going to an area and I want to get it off the map.
Right.
I
mean, like I'm looking at my stats. I have found 2,536 puzzle caches, mysteries. Let me say mysteries. I'll say that 2,500 and some change.
Whoa.
And honest to God, I think I've solved maybe 6 of those. Maybe 6.
Let's see. I have found where's unknown 2,064. 13% of my finds are puzzle caches. And
How many of those do you think you solved? You didn't solve
well over half.
You didn't find the one.
No, I probably personally solved well over half. But you have to remember, a lot of those are GeoArt. A lot of those are challenge caches.
Again, that we didn't solve. I mean, I literally just solved 40 the other night for geocaching day, but those were all too difficult.
Yeah, 3,117 unknowns.
What percentage?
39.35% of my finds. So it is the highest find rate of any of my caches. So it used to be traditionals, but it got surpassed. They were about even, and then it got surpassed when I did the snake thing earlier. And as far as the puzzle caches, I have solved just about all of them. There are a few now that I have not solved. I used to go back and so if someone like gave me the coordinates, I'm out caching with them, I would go back and solve it before I took credit for it. Now it's like, I found so many, I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
For me, I found 620 of my 27,000 finds are mystery caches, and if I've solved 45 of them, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, but how many? 600. So you puzzle cache. You can't say you don't find puzzles. You find puzzles.
And what about multis?
I am with for both puzzle caches, I'm probably with another person who has solved them, and I'm along and solving the mystery is an additional requirement that's not required. So, so I'll find some.
And what about multi? How many
multis?
How many multis have you done?
Wow. I actually have only found 223 multis.
Oh wow, Jesse.
Surprises me.
Multis,
I
Jesse?
have 310.
Chad.
125.
125 more, man. I have 512 multi caches. I like multi caches.
Scott likes the multis.
I like the multis. Yeah. I like them. If I see it, I'll do it. All right. Thanks for calling in.
Hey,
Scott,
my pleasure. You kids have a great day and happy holidays.
Hey,
to all
happy
of you.
holidays to you.
You as well, Scott.
Have fun, man. Bye-bye.
No, there are only 7 cache types that I have less than 10 finds on, and those are like the GPS adventure exhibits, Locationist, Project Ape, Block Party, Giga Events, Lost and Found, and Headquarters. So,
Jay, do you have
rest-
anything to add to this?
to what?
To this cache or coffee tonight?
To cache or I really didn't. There wasn't much in the blog to really add.
There wasn't much. So, Chad, I got something for you. Jesse,
What do you got?
Yeah.
tell them what we found yesterday or day before yesterday.
So
Get this, Chad. You're going to love this.
we were out caching. Well, after we DNF'd the event, we decided to go caching, and there were a few new caches in the area where we were. So we went out caching, and we were sitting on one cache and sent Cody out to go find it. And Scott and I were in the car, and we were looking at the logs on the cache while Cody was out looking. And Scott goes, "Oh my God, look at this." And he shows me his phone. And it's the profile of someone who had previously, air quote, found that cache that we were at. Guess what the username was, Chad?
Taz.
No. The Geocaching Podcast.
The Geocache did someone take the name The Geocaching Podcast?
The Geocaching Podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. And I went, "Oh, that's interesting." And Scott said, "Yep, that's interesting." And so we started doing some looking. This account was created about a year or so ago, a little over a year ago, and found a whole bunch of caches around here. Nothing too spectacular. Ironically, I looked today and did a little more research today. Found one of Scott's caches. Scott didn't even notice. And then went on to log tons of geo art in Indiana, in Michigan, and then yesterday and today making their way out through Ohio and into Vermont. And it was very obvious that this is clearly a parody account or an armchair account, spam, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So we were going to talk about it on the show tonight, and we actually have a link in the show notes to the profile. But what happened, Scott?
So this morning I sent an email to HQ being like, "Hey, this is going on. Just to let you guys know, this isn't us. If you think we're armchairing, this is not any of us." And I figured it would take days for them to get back to me. Do you ever try and email HQ? It takes them 48 hours to get back to you. So like literally an hour later, gone.
Yep, it was gone. Like as I was looking, the account was up to like 907 finds, and then I clicked back, and there were 600 and something, and I went, "Huh? Well, that was weird." And so I refreshed, and it said, "Nope, gone. Page you're looking for is no longer there." So
gone. So somebody there was no. Clunk.
I hope they simply lock the account and let them know that you can't use that ID.
No, it's gone.
But I mean, okay, because it could be just someone who is being a smart ass.
Oh, of course it is.
I
know
clearly is.
Right.
And as a matter
it
of
was just like we had a show, and I made a comment that you won't find another Taz 427 out there in the world. And the next day, I had logs on my I had a couple logs on caches that I own from a Taz 427. Although the cases were different, so it was a capital T, lower AZ, I believe. And I was like, okay, smart ass.
No, I was upset because tonight, live on the air, I wanted to gift them a premium membership because they were only basic. So I couldn't do that. That was the plan. To gift them from the show a premium membership from the Geocaching podcast. But,
That would have been brilliant.
Because that would have made them laugh,
Right.
But yeah, they're gone. So, but I thought I was like, I double took. I'm like, wait, what? And the best part was their picture was a Cubs logo. And the background picture was the Cubs winning the series. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So well played, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoever did that, well played.
Well played. Sorry, I was going to give you premium. I didn't think they would. I was just letting them know, like, hey, this isn't us. If you think if there are, clearly you're armchairing, dude. Clearly you were armchairing. I didn't want to get blamed for that.
Hang on, was this person's name on the log sheet
as the Geocaching podcast?
No, did they sign the log?
Did they sign the log?
Check your...
I have not. Which cache was it? Do you remember?
Cache Mart.
Oh, you're kidding? Okay, check Cache Mart. Yeah, I'm sure they're not.
I would imagine the answer is no.
I'm sure it's not.
Yeah.
In that case, it's like, these guys need to be.
Couldn't get from A to B in the time that he was logging.
Right. And they were, and the logs were all, thank you for hiding this geocache.
They should have said geocaching is fun.
Right. That would have
been smart.
That would have been cleverer.
That would have been better.
Try harder next time.
Agreed. Way better. So how about this, Chad? Remember how we told you Jesse and I have been sitting on celebration events for 2 years?
Yep.
They're happening next weekend.
They're happening.
Awesome.
We finally. Jesse, why don't you talk about yours?
So I have planned a mall scavenger hunt. So it's going to be I did not choose the nearby mall that is the busiest mall in America. I chose what?
And we appreciate that.
Right. I chose the smaller dying mall that probably won't be quite as busy. We're going to do a mall scavenger hunt. Using your phone, partner up with somebody and go out and take pictures of everything on the list, and you get points for finding certain things, and then there'll be prizes, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope.
Nice.
I hope nobody DNFs it.
Right, the people show. So, and then Chad, that hers is in the morning, and then mine is in the evening. Mine is at a Japanese supermarket / restaurant called Mitsuwa Marketplace. I don't know if you ever heard of them. I think there's a couple. It's a chain, I think. Basically, it's a Japanese supermarket, but it's also a Japanese it's a supermarket with a food court. So there's a bunch of different Japanese restaurants. So we're meeting there, and what we're going to do is we're going to eat and then have a supermarket sweep. You know how that works. So basically, I went a week or two ago with Cody. We went and had lunch there, and then I took pictures of 6 different items randomly on the shelves of the supermarket, totally in Japanese, not even English. Couldn't even tell you what I was taking pictures of. And then these people are gonna have to go find it and bring me back the price of how much that product is. So that is.
You take pictures of the item or the name of the item in Japanese?
No, actually the item. I took a picture of the item. So they just have to tell me the price.
And okay, they got to tell you. Okay, so that's got to be a pain.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's in Japanese. Yeah. I don't even know what I took pictures of. I don't know. I just took cute little colorful things I took pictures of products on the shelves. So yeah, it should be fun. It should be.
How much is that Hello Kitty doll in the corner?
Right. So it should be fun. So those are 2 events we're having. Next Saturday, Jess, is that when they are? Right.
The 17th.
Is that Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Yeah. So should be fun.
I put the the GCs for both of the events in the chat room. The scavenger hunt is GC8ZCXN, and supermarket sweep is GCA2R97. And they're both they are both oh no, that's your geocaching day. Oh, sorry. I did the wrong one. Sorry, that is not the right one. I didn't even read the title.
Abort.
Community celebration event. Let's try this one. Here we go. Scott's supermarket sweep, GC8NNAQ. Sorry. Wrong one. Here we go. Yeah, so they're both celebration events. And I think actually there's another celebration event later that night. So there's an opportunity for 3 in the same day.
Oh my goodness, really?
I think so.
We could hit 3 in the same day?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to get 3 more so that I have 10. Because remember, they're going away at the end of the year. We won't be able to find them again until they have another
celebration event.
Celebration, right?
Mm.
So yeah, I have 7 found at right now. So if I can do 3 more.
Yeah, mine just went live, and Pez Gremlin says he's coming to mine. Did he say he's coming to yours? He's coming to mine.
I think so.
Pez, listener of the show.
There are a crap ton of celebration events going on in my area.
Yeah, it's the end of the year, dude. Everyone's trying to get them in before they go. Use it or lose it, man. You know, kind of thing. You know.
Yeah, there's another one called "Who Else Is a Procrastinator?" later that day. It's not too far away. So maybe we'll go to that one.
So that's what's going on. Yeah. So we have used our celebration events. You guys I also, Chad, finally put my virtual out. How about that? My virtual live.
Yeah.
I've not. I'm procrastinating that one still.
I got an email from a stalker of yours apparently saying that it went live. So
you know that my virtual went live.
I know that you. Yeah, let me find the email here and.
Yes, I finally put it out.
Do you have a Google alert
it's
for
Meet
step?
Leela at Legoland.
Yeah,
GC 9P5F8.
Yeah, it's a big
I got an email here. Make sure that this one doesn't show who sent it because I don't want to call them out, but I will show you the share screen. Share. So right there.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So what this was sent to me from a listener of the show.
Saying Scott finally got off his behind and put out his virtual.
Yep.
For the record, Jesse has not.
No, I've not because I found out I have until March 31st, so I got plenty of time still.
Yeah.
So that was sent on November 28th. So
yeah. So I have gotten rid of the emails that have literally been sitting at the bottom of my inbox for 2 years, both from Groundspeak, saying one saying you got a virtual, one saying you got a celebration event, finally out of my email box.
Wow.
How about that? Yeah. Jesse.
Yeah.
What do you got? I see something on your list there. A little depressing thing. A sad thing.
This one, the benchmarks. Yeah,
no,
they've officially.
No, not that.
One?
The other one.
Oh, this one.
Well, you might as well go benchmarks.
Well, I mean, everything's going away. Benchmarks going away. Yeah, no, I just was going to mention that
going away.
Well, my very first trackable has gone missing again.
Oh, yeah, that's gone missing.
Just found.
I know. Okay, hold on. But one thing at a time. Benchmarks. They've announced the date that they are going to officially be removed from geocaching.com January 4th, 2023. So we'll have a memorial service on January 4th.
For benchmarks? I think I found 6 or 7.
Actually, you know what? We can. I think that's a Wednesday.
Is it really?
Oh, no, it's not. Wait. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It's a Wednesday. We'll have to have
a funeral.
We'll have to have a memorial service for benchmarks that night on our January Cacher Coffee.
We'll light candles for them.
Yeah, we'll have a candlelight vigil for benchmarks.
We'll have the Undertaker's theme music playing.
Yeah. No, my very first trackable. I know I've talked about this story before. My very first trackable that I released in 2013. Back in 2015, it went missing. So it only lasted 2 years. It went missing for 5 years.
This is the yarn one, right?
This is the knitting bag.
The
Yes,
knitting
it's a
bag,
dog
yes.
tag attached to a knitting bag. It's like a ceramic little a ceramic bag. And it showed back up again in 2020 at someone's garage sale.
God, it's great.
And so I said, yeah, put it back out. Let's see what happens with it. Let it ride. And so they put it back out. And it actually traveled with a fellow knitter for a few months. And then in like March or April of 2021, they dropped it into a cache. That cache got found one more time. And then it went missing. And it just recently was archived by the reviewer. So it is gone again.
Sorry, Jess.
Too bad.
No, that's
sorry.
Yeah. I mean, back in 2013, I was, a relatively new cacher, and I didn't know any better, and I just sent everything out into the world.
This is cool. Let's send it out. It'll see the world.
Yeah, right. Nope. So yeah.
Sorry, Jesse.
Well, the one that went missing for I want to say 5 or 6 years before the first Giga event, and my friend brought back over from Germany, and waited 2 months before she wound up logging it. And I told her, it's like, do not put that out. Take that to the next event. So, and I'm gonna grab it from you, and then I put a tag on there.
Mm-hmm.
Saying where it's supposed to get, laminated tag, where it's supposed to go to, and all that stuff, and went straight back to friggin' Germany where it had been lost for 3 years. Now has over was it 89,000 miles? What was it? 82,656 miles on it.
Wow.
I think it is still in Germany at the moment. But it goes out and then back in, and then it does travel, and it does get handed off. So it's in Denmark, the Netherlands. So south of Rotterdam.
So speaking of trackables, Chad. Let's talk about, for anybody who hasn't heard yet, I want to make it public so everybody knows, the patron giveaway show. Now, if for patron members, we do this every year. I think this year it's December 20th, 8:30. It's a Tuesday night, same time, different night. 8:30. Patrons come on. Me, Chad, and Jesse are on, and we just we chit chat and we have fun with the patrons. And while we're having fun with the patrons, we give away. We spin a wheel. We have the name and a number. We spin the wheel, whatever your name and the number comes up. So, like for example, here. Oh my goodness! This number is 64 right here. So if 64 comes up with your name, you win whatever's in this bag. So that's the way we do it for the patron only show. It's a lot of fun. It's great to give stuff away. And so, guys, if you are not a patron yet, you still have time to become a patron. Get in December 20th at 8:30 p.m. And Chad, one of the things that I'm giving away that caused quite a stir and Patreon, giving away a Chicago Geocacher podcast GeoCoin. I own 2. I'm giving one of them away. I think Jesse owns 2, don't you?
I own 2, but one of them I sent out into the world to die. And the other one I have here, and then I also have the mistake versions of each of them. Yes. I have the broken ones. Yeah,
you should have sent the broken one out to the.
I think I don't know. I think I did.
So I have a perfect one to give away. But here's the catch, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
The catch is you have to be an old listener of that show, and I'm going to test you. People have to call into the giveaway if they want this coin and prove that they were a listener. trust me, questions will be asked. Like, you can't just try and fake it. You had to be a listener who didn't get a coin. Because Chad, I mean, like 100 coins. Were there even 100 coins? Yes. I mean, I wasn't really involved in it. Were you involved in it? The coin?
I
trend?
purchased 2 of them. I wasn't involved in
But
the
like
making.
Chad, when I say like a minimum order, I mean like maybe 50. There might only be 50 in the
No,
world.
I think there were 100 because it was 100 coins for the 100th show. Wasn't that?
I mean, they sold out.
so.
I mean, they sold out quick. Like they were gone. So like, yeah, they are. You can't find them anywhere. So,
I have to admit, I've never listened to a single episode.
You're missing out, man. You're missing out. Jesse, was it a good show?
It was very entertaining. There were times that I was like doubled over in laughter. It was not family friendly.
If I were listening to them back then, I would have listened to it. I listened to every episode that you and Mark created.
Of What's Up Internet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's that humor,
it's
but
that humor,
geocaching related.
right? Yeah. What if you weren't a listener back then, but have since become one? Yes, that counts. If you could answer the questions I'm going to ask you, that counts. Yes. You can, very simple.
I could probably answer most of them.
I'm sure you could. Yes. But yes, that's,
Well, I wasn't around for half of it. That was
just
before
prove it.
me.
Just prove you listened. All you got to do is prove you were a listener and you enjoyed it and you're in the running for it. Yeah. So that's going to be happening in tandem. If anybody wants it, hey, I know I met a listener in Seattle from England, Chad, from England, who loved the Chicago Geocaching podcast. He's like, oh my God, you listened from England? He's like, oh yeah, like loved it. So it's fun. So they're out there. Those listeners are out there. I know Undercasher, who listens to this show, huge member. He was a huge fan of the Chicago Geocacher. Yeah. So like, yeah, there you go. Bone up, kids. That's what she said. So yeah, so that's gonna be interesting too and a lot of fun as well to give that away to somebody who never got a chance to get one. So that's kind of nice. So that, guys, is what's happening December 20th, the patron only giveaway. So if you are patrons, mark that on your calendar, because as the rule is, Chad, you don't have to stay, but you gotta come. That's what she said. But what I'm saying, you can't you have to
check in.
Give us your name.
You got to get your name in there.
If you don't want to stay, God bless. But if you want to stay, it's a lot more fun. I think last year we had 70 people in the chat room, right? 70 people watching and in the chat. Last year was a lot of fun. So, yeah, guys, you want to come? It's what is the date of the show? Did I miss it? No, we did not miss it. December 20th.
20th, yeah.
December 20th. And I sent out a patron blast. I'll send another one out before the show, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's coming up. One more thing to talk about, Jesse.
Yeah.
Can I tell this story, or do you want to tell this story?
I don't know what story you're thinking of,
Jesse
so I guess go right ahead and tell
a new car.
Oh yeah, you can tell this story. I got a new Geomobile.
Jesse got a new car, Chad.
What'd you get?
You can tell.
What kind of car I got?
Yeah.
I got a Subaru Forester Sport.
Okay, Chad. So let me tell you
the Subaru family.
Let me tell you the story. Okay, so Jesse,
it all started with my kid getting older and turning 16 and getting his driver's license and needing a vehicle. That's what started the whole thing.
So she basically, like, when Toby became 16, I gave Toby my car. I bought a new car. Okay, so Jesse, when Cam just turned 16, Jesse was going to buy Cam a car. An older car, but not a piece of crap. So the problem was that 10-year-old cars with 140,000 miles on them are now still going for $10,000, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
The way the car market is stupid crazy. So she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, do what I did. Give Cam your car. Your car's a couple years, like 16, 17, something like that.
No, my car's the car that I was driving, the Mazda, is a 2018.
Okay, so 2018 she has. So I'm like, why don't you just do your give Cam your car and you buy a new car. So she went about that. She's like, not a bad idea. So she went and she refinanced her old car, and then she had money to buy the new car. So she's been looking for a new car for weeks. She was looking for a car. Okay. Couldn't find one. Can't find one she liked. She had a checklist of things she had to hit. She couldn't find her car. She finally calls me one day. She's like, I found the car I want. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. She's like, it's in Ohio. It's in Cleveland, Ohio. Not even close, Ohio. Cleveland,
Right.
Ohio. She's like, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go. So this was on a Tuesday. Now, we're not leaving till Friday. Okay. Well, if you give my wife 4 days, okay, to think about it, she's gonna start thinking about it a lot. Okay.
Hold on, let me overthink about it.
Okay, she's gonna think about it a lot. So Thursday night we go to bed. I wake up on Friday morning to somebody tapping me on the shoulder, going, "Are you awake? You're awake, right? You're awake." I'm like, "Yes, I'm awake." She goes, "I've been up all night on my phone. I found my car. It's in Countryside, Illinois, which is an hour away." She's like, "Can we go there today instead?" So what the plan was for Friday was we were both going to take a half a day, work the morning, end at noon, and then drive out to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. So she goes, "Can we go to Countryside?" Sure, that's an hour away. Absolutely. God bless. Let's go. So we work half the day. 12 o'clock comes around. We get off work. We go to Countryside. She drives the car. She loves it. "This is my car," she says. All right, awesome. Hey, no trip to Cleveland. She goes in there. So she's in the room. I go buy a part for my car because I wanted totally irrelevant, but I wanted this cover for my center console because Roxy keeps putting her nails into my center console. So I wanted a cover for it. So I'm over there buying a cover. I come back to Jesse screaming at this guy.
I wasn't screaming at him. I was like, "That's not what your website says." As I'm pointing, I have my phone in my hand.
Right.
Look, your website says.
Angrily. I'm like, "What's going on?" So this guy wants to charge you like $3,000 more. Like, right? It's like,
oh yeah, there was like all this stuff that
are added to the car that she doesn't want.
And he keeps saying, "Well, it's in the fine print. If you read the fine print," and I'm like, "But that's not what it says.
Right.
You advertised it this way for this price." "Well, it's in the fine print." So
she's like, "But goodbye.
Let's go."
She walks. So we're driving home now. It's like 2:45, 3 o'clock. She looks at me with those pretty little eyes, and she goes, "Could we still go to Cleveland?" Okay. So
did you call and ask Cleveland if there's any fine print bullshit going on?
Oh, absolutely. Like I had everything totally worked out. Like I had a signed agreement with them. Like they were holding the car for me. It was all worked out. I wasn't committed to anything. I didn't sign like the purchase agreement or whatever, but like we had it all worked out. I knew exactly what I was.
I don't know if you've ever driven Chicago's,
Friday night traffic
on a Friday night.
I've driven from was like Highland. What's the north side towards by Lake Michigan? Is a Highland
Park?
Highland Park.
Oh, Highland Park is north. Yeah.
Down through Chicago to get into Indiana to go back to West Lafayette after an interview with in a S10 pickup truck that had the heaviest friggin' clutch in the world. Okay. My leg was sore from the 2 hours of stop and go traffic to get through Chicago. So yeah.
So we're basically we drove
awful.
South, back north, and then back south again. So we basically just so we get out of we get home. We throw clothes in a bag because it's now like 3:30. It's 3:15. It's getting late, and so we head out at 3:30 into the night into Chicago, right, on a Friday night. As you can imagine, it took us 2 hours to get through the city. Took us 2 hours just to get through the city. Stop and go traffic the whole way. Finally, we get on the road. We get to Cleveland about 11:15.
No, it was midnight. Well, it was 11:15 our time, but we lost an hour going there. So it was after midnight local time by the time we actually got to our hotel.
We have a 9 o'clock appointment with the car dealership.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in our hotel room, go to bed, wake up, get to the dealership.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Jessie gets in the car. She drives the car. She looks me dead in the eye and says, I don't love it.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Well, was this a different style of Subaru?
Hold on. So it was a Forester. So I'm like, hey, you know what? There's a coffee shop right there. Why don't we go? We'll go sit down. We'll have a cup of coffee. Let's talk about it. Okay. So we go, we sit down. She's telling me the story. She's like, it doesn't have some of the features that I want. It doesn't have, the keyless entry, or push start, no key thing. She likes that because it keeps her keys in her purse. It's a woman thing. I don't know. So I've never had that. So me, I don't miss anything. I still have a key. But a couple of things she was on her list that she had to have. Okay. Okay.
That costs another $3,000.
No. So I'm like, that's fine. If you can't, if this is a deal breaker for you, fine. Let's go back. Let's go home. Let's go back to Chicago.
For the record, I was crying.
Oh, yeah.
I was so upset. I was so stressed out. I'm like, I don't know what to, and I'm like, I felt like I had to get a car. Like I had to solve this problem because I was so tired of thinking about it. And I just had to. So go ahead.
So we go back. I'm like, all right. So we're walking back to the car and it's freezing cold. Okay. It's freezing cold. And right now
it was the day of that huge blizzard up in New England
so
of like
we know a
12
storm
feet
is
of snow in Buffalo, that day.
we know the storm is coming. It's coming to Ohio. We're trying to beat the storm. We're trying to get the hell out of there. So it's about 11:30 now. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go, and it's really cold. I'm like, I'm gonna go start my car. You go in, she had to put a deposit down for them to hold the car, for her to get there. So I'm like, you go get your deposit back and I'll go start the car. Fine. So I'm sitting in the car and she comes back out and she goes, something along the lines of like, they don't want me to go yet. They have a few cars that weren't on the site they want me to see on the website. So we're not leaving yet. I'm like, all right, turn the car off. Inside we go. And she's chit-chatting with the guy who's he's at the computer looking at cars going this. He's like, all right, I got one here. It's a little more than you wanted to spend, but it's got stuff that you want. So do you want to see it? Sure, let's see it. Rolls it up. Jessie gets in the car, drives it around. She loves it. Right? Loves it. It's got everything she wants plus more.
Right.
So everything on her list plus more things it's like a sport premium package or whatever. I don't know. It's got everything. So we go back, and this car, I think it was $3,000 more than what? How much was it more?
Yeah, it was like 20, maybe 2,500 more.
2,500 more.
A little over 2,000 more. Something like that.
How does it compare to the price that you were getting in Illinois?
It was easily 2,500 less than the exact same car would have been in Chicagoland.
Still, yeah.
Don't think I didn't come back and look like, did I get screwed on this deal?
Right.
So she's like, I'm buying the car. So, well, she waffled a little bit. It is Jessie. So she did waffle a little bit. But she's like, I'm going to buy this car. Like this will be my car for 10 years. I mean, this is everything I want. It's everything I want, So yeah, so we got out of there about what, 3:30, I think.
No, we were out of there. Yeah, I guess so. It was early afternoon.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying out of Ohio because then we went and got a cache, which we took a video of. You guys saw it, Patreon saw it, and we also went and got lunch, and we also made a stop. We made a stop. No, was that stop lunch?
We stopped for lunch.
We stopped for lunch. We got a cache, and then we got out.
So it was probably early afternoon.
Yeah,
1 or 2. By the time we left.
No, it was later than that. I think it was later than that.
Okay.
I think
we were home by like 7 o'clock.
Were we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jessie got a new car.
So I bought a new car and then I drove it 7 hours home. Got to know it very well.
I had to drive 7 hours by myself.
And no, I called you like every 20 minutes. Like, what are you doing?
Like, listen to a podcast.
What's going on? I kept interrupting this podcast. Yeah. So yeah, so we have a new cache mobile. It is awesome. The back, for the record, if you've never been in the back seat of a Subaru Forester, it's like massive. It's like the roomiest back seat I've ever seen.
Yeah. So we are Subi family. I've got a Crosstrek and she's got a
yeah.
she's got a Forester. So
Nice.
there you go. Yeah.
And now Cody might join the club too, because he drove it.
So yeah, we've got Subi. So yeah, Jesse got a new car. So that's our car story that happened to us a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you had that car for.
Yeah, it's been probably 3-4 weeks. Yeah, so now I have temporary Ohio tags that I have to go deal with the Illinois DMV. Yeah.
And for the record, Jesse, I still haven't filled my tank again.
Yeah, normally,
Oh, I filled
normally
mine today.
the dealerships wind up ordering the plates and all that kind of stuff. So now you've got to deal with all that stuff yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're not licensed to do that in Illinois. So I have to do it myself. So I have to pay the
Fun.
use tax and I have to register it. And in fact, I have the title sitting here. I gotta go do whatever I need to do with it. I don't even know. So yeah, that's gonna be a whole nother ordeal going to the DMV.
Happy, joy.
Yeah, that's our. See, I got a new mobile. Yeah, be nice to.
Is the back seat roomier than Big Red? I don't know. It's pretty comparable to Big Red, I would say.
Oh, Big Red.
Big Red was so much fun. That was the monster truck we got as a rental one time.
Where was that? Was that in Georgia? When?
That was in Georgia, yeah.
All right, we are way over time here.
Yep.
So, everybody who called in, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Again, the patron show, December 20th, 8:30. If you want to become a patron, you can enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. And then other than that, next week, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, guys. So usually around this time this year, we do a holiday gift show where we give you guys ideas for gifts. I want to do something a little differently this year. So while we're still going to do that, we're going to do it different way. This show, next week's show, is called the Geocaching Holiday eBay Dig. So what me, Chad, and Jesse are going to do, we're each going to go on eBay, find 5 fantastic geocaching related gifts or items that you guys can buy or give or buy for yourself or somebody else. And we're going to talk about them on eBay. It's an eBay dig. Chad, you excited for your eBay dig?
Yeah.
Do you use eBay, Chad?
Yeah, occasionally. Rarely. It's usually when something that I need that I can't find anywhere else.
And for the record, just for the official record, practical geocaching is off the table. You're not allowed to use practical geocaching related items. Off the table.
I don't plan on buying anything that is.
You have to buy it.
Or not buy. Put anything on my list that is specifically geocaching. It's like I want to find things that are not geocaching to use for geocaching.
Awesome. Love it. Great idea. Love it. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. So that's next week, guys. Geocaching Holiday eBay Dig. So thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Chad. And that's all. Here we go. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I think I said Facebook, YouTube, and our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of the podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head it over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocaching Magazine, the Max Sense Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PadTags.com. Oh, I'm sorry. Geocaching Adventures LLC and GeoGo as well. Sorry, they were literally on the next page. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We'll talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. Man, did I mess up that thing, man? Good Lord. I butchered that closing. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. I'm wondering, Jess, if I put that sound thing that I have in the, is it still, I think it's still in the garage, up on this wall, if that would make a difference.
I don't know how you're going to attach it because you have windows right in front of you on both walls.
I'm just going to put it on the wall. I'm just going to put it.
Prop it in front of the window.
Let's try it. Well, let's get off the air. Stay on the air, Jess. I'll check it. We'll check and see. Because I could check. Can you hear me right now?
Yep.
With Jesse?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it was just some glitch that was up.
You don't hear it now?
Joe, I don't hear it now. So
wait, listen. Hold on. Hello? You don't hear that?
I heard a little.
I don't hear an echo at all.
Really? You don't hear it?
Nope.
All right. Let's see. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you guys next week. Everybody be well and be safe. Bye-bye.